Welcome. I know we just had 4th of July and I did a talk on freedom, but this week some new ideas came to me. And so I want to talk to you today about what does it mean to be truly free? Because I'm finding that most people are not free. Most people are locked into images that their mind has created about them and life, not realizing that that image is limited. So here's what I've said that came to me. A free mind is the only true freedom. Do you really get what I'm saying? A free mind is the only true freedom. A free mind, meaning it can think about anything. It's always expanding. It's never locked in. It's not trying to going back to the past. The natural order of life, of freedom, is for a greater expression of life. So when the mind is expressing more, it is free. When you allow yourself to be authentic, be you, you're free. When you're trying to be something you're not free. You're imprisoned by trying to do something that's not you. Real freedom means that we are created in the image and perfection. We're created in the image of perfection. And we're left alone and allowed to make this discovery for ourselves. Ernest Holmes. Let me restate that. Real freedom, true freedom means that we are created in the image of perfection, in the image of God, in the image of the infinite. And because we are already it leaves us alone and allows us to discover our perfection ourselves. That's the journey of life. We have been given freedom because we've got everything we need. We have been created in the image and likeness of the divine. We have been given the mind of God is available to us at all times. It is our limited perception that only allows a small part of that information to flow through us. If we open up, we could have any answer to any question we could ever want. Also, we were given the power to create, the power of belief. Whatever we believe gets created in our life. And when we understand that, we shift our beliefs and we discover who we are. Powerful creators. Freedom of will means the ability to do, say, and think as one wishes and to express life as one desires. So you were given free will to do whatever you want. If you choose to be sad, you have free will. If you choose to be poor, you have free will. If you choose to be sickly, you have free will. You also have free will to be healthy, abundant, joy-filled, connected. You have been given the gift of choice. There's no better gift in the world. Free choice is the best thing. Think about the people who rebelled against the vaccine. Why did they rebel against the vaccine? They wanted the ability to free choice. They didn't want anything forced down them. I'm not arguing what is right or what is wrong. I'm simply saying that at the core of who we are, we want free choice. Our free will can then either free us or it can bind us. It can make us sick, or it can heal us. It can make us wealthy, or it can make us poor. You see, quantum physics says that everything exists all at the same time, everywhere. Which means that where you focus, that's the experience you have. In conversations with God, God was saying that anything that is imaginable about your life, about what you could experience, has already been created. But your decision of what you do, where you're at, who you're with, chooses that experience. But every possibility of your life has already been created. Think about that. If I chose to go on a date with a different woman before Jean, that choice has already been outlined for eternity. The possibilities of it. Not that I'm destined to it, but the possibilities are there. Had I made a different choice, had I not stayed married to Jean, had I divorced my wife at 7 years of marriage, guess what? That's already been created in the infinite consciousness. It's not like there's something new out there. Everything has already been created. But it's our power of choice. And we have the freedom to choose. You see, when we realize our oneness with the infinite creative mind, we are released from the bondage of false thinking. The bondage of false thinking means that we don't have a choice, that we're stuck in a situation. We're never stuck in a situation. We can always make a new choice. That's the gift. People don't realize that. I like to say that because of my oneness, that I'm an individual expression of God, and I have choice in every moment, it means for eternity, I have infinite do-overs. Don't you love that? Don't you love the idea that you have infinite do-overs? That you never get it wrong because you always have the ability to do it again? And then who's to say you got anything wrong, or who's to say you got anything right? The question is, you're on a journey. Is the journey for greater expansion? If it is, go in that direction. If it's not for expansion, well, you get to experience what that's like. It's not right or wrong. We've been so indoctrinated, we've been so brainwashed, we've been so domesticated in our human 3D mind and body that there is right or wrong. There isn't, there's just choice and consequence. Choice and consequence. You see, focus is everything. And who can choose where you focus? Only you. I can only choose where I focus. No one else can get me to focus on anything. The question is, are you focusing on the expansive you, the creative you, the you that just can't wait to get juiced and do new things in life? I ask this question. We are free, but where is your focus? We are free to focus on either probability or possibility. So I want you to look at those two words for a second. Probability is very limited. Probability is the result of the rational mind. Probability doesn't allow for new experiences. It only allows for experiences that have been stored in your mind, that are memories within your mind, that you've seen somewhere else. Possibility, however, is without limits. Possibility includes things that you've not seen, heard, felt, ever. I would tend to want to say you might be more free when you focus on possibility. When you focus on probability, I believe your choices become limited. So if we take that, then we've got to ask the question, are we free to use our intellect, or do we listen to our intuition? Did you hear that? What is the intellect? It is that part that's your memory. It's the part that rationalizes everything. Intuition is something that you get, it's downloaded to you. There's no rhyme or reason, but you just know. You just know, I'm told to be at this place right now, and you're there. Or I'm told to turn left here when I've turned right. Why did you do it? I followed my intuition. Why? I don't know. And it takes work to really understand the intuitive nature that's within each of us, that is guiding and directing us to a greater expression of ourselves. That's what I believe intuition is. Intuition is that which was within us that is guiding us to a greater and greater and greater and greater expression of ourselves. Boy, when you listen to that, you're on a path. You're on the highway to heaven, my friends. And if you're not listening to your intuition, follow AC/DC. You're on the highway to hell. You see, Our intuition is our inner radar that knows what we should do. Not what's right or wrong, but what we should do for expansion. It is beyond our rational mind. It is the infinite mind within us that knows without reason. We set a direction in our lives through our conscious thought. Intuition sees that direction and without reason gives you the next step. And when you take the next step, intuition will give you the next step and the next. So it becomes a journey. The other day, my wife is putting together this temple. It's like a Lego temple, but it's not Legos, they're smaller. It's a Lego temple that has this big Bodhi tree with all the leaves and branches. And I mean, she just, for whatever reason, she decided to put this together, and she was working on it the other day. And she was getting near done, and I said, hey, why don't you put that down for a second? Let's go to the community pool and get ourselves a good float. You know, just float in the pool for a half hour, cool off, feel good. Said, no, I want to get this done. I looked at her and I said, you know, life is a journey. It's not about getting it done. She says, I want to get it done. So I went anyway. I went to the pool. I floated for about a half hour, came back home, came in to say hello to her, and there in front of her was the model in pieces. She was having difficulty getting one piece to go in, so she took some pliers and she just gently pressed on it. And the whole thing fell apart. And I started to laugh, and she says, why are you laughing? I said, it's just like life. It's a journey. We worry too much about getting to the end result, and then we're given the realization there is no end result. Chaos comes back in, and now we make order of the chaos, but chaos will come back in again. See, there is a price that we must pay to be free, and that is we must become fully aware, fully understanding that our level of awareness determines our level of freedom. Really think about that. Our level of awareness determines our freedom. A free mind understands our true nature is to create, and that everything we do is imprinting on our subconscious mind that which we wish to experience. A free mind understands our true nature is to create. And everything that we do, everything that we think, everything that we speak is impressing an image in our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind creates that in our experience. Think about that power. Man, how good is it when you can embrace it and know it? That's what we teach at Agape, the power of the subconscious mind. We also teach that everything begins and ends with you, because in your life, you are the power, and only you can change the direction and experience of your life. Make it happen for you, because that all